Can't get enough of all things political? Well, you're in the right place because today we're looking at some of the best political dramas that you can watch and stream right now.
I'm the President of the United States, not the President of the people who agree with me.
Thanks, Jed. I like to think of myself as the president of Screen OD's recommendation service, the channel that brings you the best things to watch on TV, in the movies and streaming. My name is Tim. I'm an editor and a journalist who's been writing and talking about the TV industry for more than 15 years. And today we're talking about all dramas political. Now, there are some people out there who might say, do you know what? There's enough drama in the news. I don't need any political dramas in my life. And you might be right. But hey, maybe you're looking for some really intelligent politicians, some excellent speeches and some brilliant storylines to follow. Well, that's not something you're going to find so easily in the news, but you're going to find it in the shows that I've selected for you.
It feels it's all about to erupt.
She opens her mouth and hand grenades come out. She wants to tear down the temple.
Let's go for it.
What the hell is she doing?
I won't go quietly. I'll battle till the end.
The Crown is a show that features a huge amount of politics. Although it is concentrated on the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, much of what goes on in The Crown is about the big events that happen through the country and across the world during her very long reign. Now, we see her first Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, and all the way through the series as it's moved on, we've got to the 1990s now, and we see Johnny Lee Miller portraying John Major, who is the last Prime Minister of the Conservative government that would eventually give way to Tony Blair's Labour government in 1997. This is a show that is full of political intrigue and has lots of interesting political stories for you to get your teeth into.
We need some good news to announce.
I'm concerned about the lack of transparency. It could just look like jobs for the boys.
What do you think, Dom?
Our focus groups show that people will accept a lockdown if we support them financially.
I agree. Obviously, the impact on the economy would be huge.
Why haven't we met the target?
Don't blame me, Dom. Okay, calm down, boys. I think you need to see this.
What the hell is going on? We look like a bunch of amateurs.
Had one of Dom's bright ideas. You have to rein him in.
They're moving the PM to intensive care.
There are many who will say Michael Winterbottom's This England was made too soon because it is all about the first few months of the Boris Johnson premiership in number 10, which of course you will know was completely overshadowed by the COVID-19 pandemic and the way that that changed Britain and the world. This is a very interesting, at times quite unpleasantly hard to watch show that stars Kenneth Branagh in a fantastic performance as Boris Johnson. If you're interested in politics and certainly modern politics, this gives you a different perspective on a story that is oh too familiar to all of us.
Thorpe, Liberal Party.
What's your name?
Norman, sir.
34.
Jeremy Thorpe is elected leader of the Liberal Party.
He was hell.
You're the youngest man to lead a British political party in more than a century.
Careful now, I'm not sure any boy's worth ending up in prison for.
This is a political drama and a fascinating story based on history, which is written by Russell T Davies, who of course is now once again the showrunner of Doctor Who, but he's one of the great writers of the modern age, and this is a beautifully put together story that stars Hugh Grant as Jeremy Thorpe, the Liberal MP who becomes caught up in a scandal around an affair with Norman Joseph, who is played with aplomb in this series by Ben Whishaw. This is a story full of scandal, full of blackmail, love and betrayal. It really is something that will keep you gripped from beginning to end.
I will not voluntarily put on the chains of France while I am struggling to throw off those of Great Britain.
To the revolution. War has been this administration's policy from the beginning.
Is it your purpose to destroy everything we've accomplished?
You're trampling on the Constitution. I am no man's puppet.
One of the great HBO miniseries, and that's saying something when you think about the back catalogue of HBO. John Adams is a show that charts the first 50 years or so history of the United States of America. Starring Paul Giamatti, this 2008 series has an incredible cast and an incredible story to follow. Think Laura Linney, Justin Theroux, Stephen Delaney and Rufus Sewell, to name but a few. This is one that will have you gripped and will have you completely immersed in a historical political drama which you can't take your eyes off.
Moving towards the critical phase in the election. Right now, everything depends on keeping a straight face.
In the 2010, Scandinavian drama was absolutely top of its game, and DR, the Danish public broadcaster, were making some fantastic television. Borgen came after The Killing, the show that absolutely took the world by storm and was actually remade for an American audience too. Borgen actually is a colloquial name in Denmark for the Christiansborg Palace, which is where all three branches of the Danish government sit. This follows the story of a centrist politician from a minor party who goes on against the odds to become the first female Prime Minister of Denmark.
Even the longest, the most glittering reign must come to an end someday.
The UK version of House of Cards is perhaps one of the greatest political dramas ever to have been committed to television tape, which is probably what it was made on. It's adapted by Andrew Davies, who of course is a huge name in British television, from a Michael Dobbs novel, and it tells the story of Francis Urquhart, who is an MP who is played by Ian Richardson, and he is on a mission to bring down the Prime Minister. A story of the dark arts of politics, Machiavellian manoeuvres, and that's not easy to say, and of course the price of power, and there really is a very high price to pay in this fantastically beautifully executed piece of television. If ever there was a television show that would make me want to be a politician, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's very much that could make me or many people right now want to be politicians, it would be watching The West Wing. Unfortunately, I fear that it wouldn't be quite like it is in Jed Bartlett's West Wing, a place that is filled with some of the cleverest people you will ever meet, who speak like they've had brilliant scripts written for them by the great Aaron Sorkin. This is a place full of intelligence, of snappy wit, of great ideas, and of getting things done. The West Wing is quite simply one of the best TV shows ever made, and in political terms, absolutely up there in the top bracket. This is a show with a world that will draw you in, and you'll want to stay there. Right, that's it. That's all the political dramas that we've got time for today. Hopefully there's something there that you haven't already seen, or if you have seen, it's reminded you how good it is and you need to go and watch it again. Thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not hit that like button? And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Screen OD for all the best content direct to your feed.